Hi guys, right, so part two. Got a Thomas tank that's not working, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to the plug first. So obviously all our power comes from the socket 240, so let's get into this first. Plug B is easier fix as just the plug. Let's have a look. So we know up to yet we've got no visual power, timer's not working, not accepting coins, no flashing lights. Start at the basics. Right, okay, so plug looks fine. Neutral into there, right. Light into there, earth into there, nice and tidy, all clamped up. Lovely. So let's test the fuse. Obviously the live's going in through that prong there, into the fuse, going through the fuse into there. So our first port of call is the fuse. Let's have a look. So standard multimeter, we are looking and we are putting it on this one over here. You see that? That basically is looks like a speaker thing. This now is what's called continuity. It's sending a little voltage out of the meter that's going to go through the fuse and beep if it's complete. So basically if the fuse is blown, there'll be no beep at all and nothing will happen. If this beeps when I put the black negative on one side of the fuse and the red on the other side, you can hear that, it's beeping and it's giving me a resistance figure as well. So the fuse is fine. So we know straight away that's not the problem. So cap back on the plug. Again, it's one of these Dura plugs that I think all the Jolly Roger and Photo Me rides have them on. They're a good plug. Rather than your normal sort of plasticky plug, they've got more of a rubbery, harder plastic, a lot more of use. So we know the plug's working. So we've got 240 going into there. It's great. We know that's turned on because my phone's on charge. So we know that's working. So now we need to look at the back of the ride and chase the voltage going to the back of the ride. So we're going to leave it on continuity. In fact, no, we're not. So we're going to put on AC now. So that symbol there is for AC. That symbol there is for DC. Obviously, in our homes, it's obviously AC electric, which is alternate current. So you set it to AC. We're going to set it at 600. So it's on there now. It's looking for voltage to give a measurement. Obviously, we've got red, which is going to go on the positive, and black on the negative. We're going to now meter the back of the ride where the wires come in to eliminate the actual cable being the problem. Because a lot of the times the cable is the problem. So as you can see, we've got it on there, look, 600 on the AC. Oh, bless me. All ready to measure the voltage going in. So let's bring it over here. Let's have a look. So what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to put it down a little bit more. I'm going to go in there, measure the voltage. Can you see that okay in there? Yes, you can. Right, okay. I'll try and leave it there. I'll try and see if we can measure this voltage going. So I'm looking for the brown and the blue. What I'm going to do is, for a start, I'm just going to go on to where that actually go into the top and see if they're measuring in there. So the red's on the brown. First judging, looks like we've got no power going to this power supply. Let's try it on top. Sometimes right, no power going to the power supply, so it's looking like, and again unfortunately it's a bit hard to see. I need to get it. It's hard to blooming see because the toy is right over the thing. We need to unplug the ride and yeah, let's unplug the ride first off so we've got no power going in. So with not having no power going to the power supply, I'm rolling out the power supply at the time. I think they're fine. I've unplugged the ride. The power goes into a junction box here. I think it's not going any further than this. I think this is where it stops. So now I've got that out. I'm not sure if you can see this. Let's just bring it down so you can see it. Okay, so I'm not sure if you can still see this yet. Under there now, look, we've got this. So that's the power that's coming off that cable, goes into the base, screws in tight for safety reasons, comes in. You've got your earth in the middle, you've got your live at the end, which is the brown, and the neutral, which is the blue. We need to test that now. We'll plug it back in. We now have power going to this plug. If there's no power on this, then I'm saying it's a cable issue, which I have had as well with things like plug washers and stuff. It's not uncommon. Have a look. Have we got any voltage at all in this? I'm thinking not. No. Nothing at all. So we know categorically that the ride should be okay. It's a break in the cable. So what we're going to do is, I'm not going to do anything yet. We're going to just double check, make sure the power is definitely going into this plug. Turn that. Put my phone charge back in there, just make sure the power is going to the plug. Let's have a quick look. I can't actually tell. Yes, power into the plug, so we know categorically that it is the cable. So what we're going to do is we're going to now go under here and we're going to unclip this, turn it off first. Some plugs. We're now going to go in now, get this cable out of here. I'll show you how I've done it. So, get a screwdriver. Find them. So we get a screwdriver and we go straight in here and we're taking out the live. Before we do, well, I've got a reference anyway, I know it goes that way anyway, so we're okay. Basically taking this out here now. Taking the plug off, putting that there. We have to pull this sheath back, which again is very wet from it's rained and stuff, to get to this bit. This bit obviously goes inside the ride, and then so this is inside the ride here, and the outside of the ride, and the nut there, as you can see, screws onto that. So we're going to get this out. We're going to do one side of this, quite the way up. That one, in fact, we'll take it entirely off because it's quite a thick cable, to be fair. So we're taking that off, which is a grip, putting that there. I'm doing this. That loosens it. I'm going to take it off. We have definitely got a break in this cable, and I'm going to prove it to you. See, obviously it's very, this has been wrapped around this ride God knows how many times, transferred about, definitely got a break in this cable. So I'm going to take this off as well. This is the sort of what photo me use rather than the clip. Let's take this off first. We'll take the plug off, so the plug's fine. Plug's a plug, fuse is a fuse. They're all fine. Undo them a little bit there, look. Just loosen the cable, take the middle one out entirely. Oops. Plug off. Undo the live a little bit. Talking three or four turns just to loosen it. Pop the wires out. Careful not to lose a screw, which I've almost done. Pull the cable out, get the screw back, and sod for losing stuff. I'm not going to lose this screw. There you go, everything's all there. So the plug, all the connectors are there. We've got the cable now. Now, let's just see if we can work out. I've got both ends of the cable now. I can actually see what is broken, which one is broken. So by doing this, what we're going to do is we're going to basically meter the earth together. Obviously it won't be the earth will probably be fine, or it could be, all three of them could be broke. We'll turn it back to the continuity, make sure you can see that. Hold on. Sorry, yep, so took all the plug off and things, undone all that, got the meter. We're going to try and find in this wire now where the brake lies. So, got that on earth. Earth's fine. You watch now, this will come up as fine. Yep. Right, it's saying it's fine, but it's not going through. Thing is now, by me moving this cable, by me taking this cable out now, I have probably fixed the issue temporarily with the cable. It could be a very, very small break somewhere. So basically, we need to replace this cable. What we're going to do is, I'm going to take this off, if we can. Well, to be fair, is this one for resale? I think I'm going to resell this one, so to be fair, it's not that important, but obviously we want to. Right, I think I'm going to go on record and say I think it's probably down this end of the wire. I'm going to take a meter of this cable. I'm probably going to regret doing this. I'm going to take 1.5 meters of this cable to there, and I'm going to use that, I think. Give me a second. Now, because I've been on a couple of jobs, I don't know exactly where all my tools are, so I think that this end, which is the plug end, is going to be okay. I think the problem's going to lie down the line because this cable looks fine. So it's normally on the edge, on the thing there where it goes into the right where it breaks. So we're going to go 1.5 meters down the line. Now I'm going to use scissors, I'm afraid. Sorry, I shouldn't be doing this really. I should be using proper either wire cutters or things. But again, my tools are everywhere. So for quickness and easiness, I'm just going to use a pair of scissors. So basically, take the that off there. Let's go trying to fix this in real time, aren't we? So we need to get it done while the video is still running. So pull those out. Get about 2 inches on. Trim the cable off the side, like that. Make it nice and neat. Something like that. Yeah, it's nice and neat enough. So this is going to be the side now that goes thing. So just temporarily, let's switch it together, see if we can fix it.
That's on Sunday. My night time snapped at 11 o'clock. But it wasn't even 11 o'clock. It was 10 to midnight. That's not the point. The point is.
So
that I
So putting the first cog around there. This is going to go into the ride and come back out. I'm going to quickly snip off the bare the wire. Just get a bit of wire on there. Again, really I should be using the thing. I'm just doing it for quickness. I'll do it and make sure it's correctly done. I'm just going to quickly try and find out for the video why this ride's not working, and I'm pretty sure this is why. And again, it is a common fault. Some of these rides, especially ones been on site and they've been chucked about and cables have been dangling and stretched on the ride's probably moved. Say it's been sat outside Tesco and it's been pulled about by idiots walking by and stuff and hit by trolleys. It's constant, and obviously the wire's like on these, it's about 5 or 6 foot in the air, plugged into a thing outside. Done that now, look. I'm putting my money on the fact that it is this. That's the problem. The cable. Feed that into there, all the way back out. Now we've got these. So that one goes into there. That one goes in first because that's going to come out and screw back in. So that's going to go in first like that. Move it away. Oops, rubbers have come out. Put rubbers back in there. I'm going to pull it away and give it about that much. So I've got enough to get in there. Put that one back in as well. Slip that in there. Wiggle it in a little bit. Perfect. Right, we want about that much. So we're looking at a good 2 inches of cable, and then we're looking at 1, 2, 3, about 6 inches there. I do, just because I don't like it having too much. Again, if it just in case things come loose over time, it's not going to stretch and damage the cable. If it's got a little bit more lenience, it can sort of sit inside the base and it's fine. That's locked into there. That's not moving. So that's tightened that up. Now the double tie, the double sort of safety ties, obviously putting the cable grip in here. You can see that. Just pops in there, and we can screw that in. Find the hole. Can we find the hole? Yeah, we found the hole. Get them both in first. Don't tie them too tight until you've got them both in. Otherwise it'll come they're too tight and you'll be having to loosen one. So screw them down nice and tight, and they grip the cable. Let's see it comes to the side there. You really hardly want it so it closes, not mega tight, but as long as it's closed, that's it, ain't going nowhere. So now we've got to remember which way around that was. Pretty sure, I'm just going to check it, but pretty sure it was earth in the middle, live at the end and blue at the end. I'm going to double these over in there like that, so we get good, tight, clean contact inside. There's not a lot of room in there. We're going to make sure all the screws are up first as well, so we can get the whole wire in, because obviously I've doubled it over now, so it's slightly thicker cable. Right, we have a look. Brown definitely on the end, so brown on the end. So brown's going to go in there. Going to hold it in there. Find a screwdriver that we've just lost already. Where's it? Sign it up. You're still seeing all this, let's be sure. So then, earth goes in the middle, so blue goes at the end, so. Earth in there now as well. So if this doesn't work, the only other thing it can be is the cable coming out here has come loose, or this cable is broke. don't think that's going to be the case. I think now it's going to work. I think we've got some dodgy cable on the end. Pull that back in there now. Yeah, definitely got the right connectors. Good. Let's put back into there. I'm going to now screw this onto the base. For these purposes, we will obviously tighten it with a wrench later on. It's just for the time being to get it on. Just going to test the ride. Right, so now shorten the cable right down. We've still got the exact same plug end on. Hopefully now we can wire this plug up now and the ride will come back on. If not, then we'll place the whole cable and we'll also get another wire in there just to double check it. So I'm going to trim this off a little bit because it's got some bad bits on the end. Sit very nice in there. Yeah, trim down a little bit because we've slightly pulled a little bit of cable in, lost a little bit of cable somewhere along the line, so we'll trim it down a little bit just to let the cable sit back up there. Right. Should be enough now then. Get a negative in first. Negatives in. Screwdriver. So the negative in, nice and tight. Pop the fuse out. Make sure the screw's all the way out. Pop the all important positive. Without that we've got nothing. It goes like that. Because he's already got a lot of cable in, let's trim that down already. That's it. Finish it back off again. Into there. That's it. That's him all in. Live. So clean. Pull him out, put him in. See him lifted out. See him trying to loose things again. Look. Like I say, it just goes through just over the edge but not too far so it locks the plug up. So now you fit that back in there, put a cable grip up, get that back in there. Should be enough room hopefully to hide this blue away as well. That's it, that's him in. Happy with that, that's all in. Cable grip it, get the screw back in, hold it in place and just literally tighten that up. Oops, I missed it. Grip on that side. That's all nice and tight. Lid on. It shuts all the way down as well, so you know you've done a good job. It's all flat, all the way around. Looks perfect. Now, we're still recording. Let's just check it. Yeah, we're still recording now. Let's plug it in, see if we've got a worker. Still think it's not working. Let's have a look. Do a quick check. Yeah, no lights flashing, no noise, no sound, nothing. We need to do that all important 240 test again. Turn the rod off. Let's make sure we turn the rod off before we pull this out.